Welcome one and all to season number 1 of my Rynninge IF Youth Academy Challenge. I'm going to recap the 2023 season, and we're going to see how we ended up faring out. Obviously, this doesn't really matter much because, we can't do much there. Our biggest win was not a big one. It was only a 2-0 win against OFK Beograd. And our tie for our biggest win was against IFK Rynninge, where we would win 2-0. For the finances, we did pretty good. Our sponsorship money was about $55,000, and our match day commercial and retail was about $2,000. Our best player was definitely Albin Askeland. He had a 7.14 average rating, and he had 25 appearances with 1 goal. And our biggest goal scorer was Philip Rundqvist, 27 appearances with 10 goals, and a 7.12 average rating. In our head coach awards, we have John Gordon, that's me, and Albin Askeland wins player of the season. And also we got a new owner this season, so I guess that's pretty cool. Anyway, let's look at how the season turned out. Our first game was a 1-0 loss to Smedby. Also let me mention, in our first 7 games, I think we literally lost all of them, or something like that. Actually, it looks like we lost all 8 of them. Yeah, we did. And we only drew 1 match against IK Sleipner, so it was definitely a terrible streak. And then we got our first win to Hanviken's SK. After that, we lost 2-1 to Rynninge. And then we got our second win over eventual second place United IK Nordic. And then we also won the Asiriska 1-0. So that month wasn't that bad. And this month was a little bit worse. We only ended up winning 1 game and then drawing 2 and then losing 2. Not exactly the greatest, but it's not as bad as our first 2 months, where we didn't win a single game. Here was a little bit better though. We had Varum Bulls FC. That was the only win there. After that, we had a pretty good September, where we would win 2 and lose 2. Not great, but it was something. And in the last 2 months, we would draw 0-0, and I'll get to the other one in a bit. But first, let me show you where we ended up in the league. We would end up finishing 12th in the promotion playoff, where, as you can see, we end up defeating Rynninge IF 1-1, and then we beat them on penalties. Anyway, is that about it? No, let me introduce a little bit of the squad. Let me just show you around. So, at striker, we have 2 players. Probably said that a little bit before. But we had Milos Nikolic at striker, 30 years old, not exactly the greatest. And along with him, you have 21-year-old Abduli Mboob. He's pretty good. Then, currently injured, but pretty good in the season, was Ademir Jukovic, who's currently playing at attacking midfield and is doing pretty good. And then you have Philip Rundqvist, 24 years old and a 2.5-star player. Actually, it's better I'll show you from the screen. So Mboob is a 1-star. Nikolic is a half-star. Jukovic is a 2-star. Rundqvist is a 2-star. Safar is a 2-star. And he is 19 years old, pretty young, and could, I think, still improve. So we'll see what ends up happening with him. After that, we have Ivanov, 2-star. He's 27, about at the middle of his career, I guess. Then we have Russell, a 2.5-star. He's about the middle of his career as well. Then we have Askeland, a 3.5-star, about like pretty young, but not that young. And also, he's a very good player for us. He was a very good player for us. He had a pretty good average rating, so I'll definitely give him that. Then you have Johansson, who was a 2.5-star player, and is wearing number 6. And he did get 1 assist for our team. And then you have Noelberg. He got 2 assists and 1 player of the match. And barely over a 7 average rating. Now, for our top goal scorer, it was Philip Rundqvist. Who had 10 goals, not a lot, but I guess it was something. For the highest average rating was Albin Askeland. And for the most assists, not really many. It was really spread out. So it was Matthias Russell with 3, not a lot, but I guess it was something. And then you have Handel winning the most POTM awards. We have Emil Lindstrom, who, actually no. Before I end the video with a youth intake, I guess I'll let you guys check that out. Only had 4 players coming in. First guy is Emil Lindstrom, a goalkeeper. He's pretty, not the greatest. He hasn't obviously played for us at all, so yeah. And he is signed until, well, I can't really see, so that's great. For the best player, I would say it's Jonathan Johnson. Great name. 16 years old, and he is on a youth contract. Has pretty good balance and jumping reach and determination. And also determination. And if one midfielder, it's Gustav Berg. He has alright aggression and 11 passing, pretty good. And then lastly we have Yahya Al-Shahari. I don't know how to pronounce that. And yeah, natural fitness 14, balance 11, and teamwork 14. Pretty good. And okay, now that's the end of the video. Forgot about that, and goodbye.